Most people think that they've avoided probate when in reality they've just delayed it or changed what it looks like. I see this mistake constantly, even in plans that were professionally done. Creating an estate plan has a way of creating a false sense of security that once we've signed the documents, we feel good about ourselves and that the plan is done. But that's rarely the case. Planning starts when the documents are signed. It's the implementation, it's the retitling, it's updating beneficiary designations, and probably most importantly, it's the conversations over time when things shift. A will alone, a trust alone are not sufficient to avoid probate if we're not using them correctly, right? They're merely tools, and a template with your name on it is not sufficient to achieve the outcome that you're seeking. Often there are three ways that a probate avoidance plan is still going to end up in probate some way. The first is that assets are just not titled appropriately. The house is not in the trust. Bank accounts, brokerage accounts, LLC interest, or corporate stock are still in your individual name with no designation attached. And if that's the case, if it's in your name on your date of death and doesn't transfer itself, it's going to probate. The second is beneficiary designations are not filled out completely. They could be just to your spouse, but not to your kids on secondary. They could be rights of survivorship with your spouse, but not payable or transfer on death after that. If we created the plan and the assets don't fall within the plan consistent with the plan's terms, then the plan won't work. And the third is making sure that we're updating things along the way. Just because you put your first house in the trust doesn't mean that you're going to remember to keep it in there later when you sell that one and buy a new one. Or when you change jobs and update beneficiary designations again. Or when you get mad at your bank and move your accounts to another location. It's continuing to make sure that titling is appropriate. And if we've created an estate plan that was built for probate avoidance, but we don't keep these things up to date, we just bought ourselves a probate avoidance plan and the fees, expense, and delay of probate too. A partially funded trust is not a fully funded trust, and whatever didn't go into the trust during your lifetime will have to make its way to the trust through probate after you're gone. If you're trying to avoid probate, the real question is not, do I have the right documents? Does everything actually work together? If you want to understand how to structure that the right way, we walk through it step by step in our workshop. You can register below. Get deeper into real estate planning tips by checking out the rest of our channel. Protecting your family requires more than just standard documents. Schedule your consultation with our team today.